Picture this. You've scored high on the SATs, applied to colleges, been accepted to one of your top 3, and finally picked the college of choice for the next 8 semesters or 4 years of your life. Now what should be the next step? The dollars and cents of the education, of course. It may be as easy as going to the free application for Federal Student Aid site, better known as FAFSA, and filling out a financial aid application and seeing what grants and other financial goodies you may be eligible for. For others that are seeking to play a sport in college and have received an athletic scholarship, the quest for funds to pay for books, food, and lodging may not be as easy. With approximately $1 billion in athletic scholarships being awarded each year, when an athlete receives an athletic scholarship, that scholarship is very specific to being one of 2 forms: full scholarship and partial scholarship. Full scholarships, regardless of division, may include tuition, books, transportation, room and board, plus other expenses, while partial scholarships may only cover a specific amount of those expenses. Depending on the actual school itself, 125,000 plus students must adhere to what expenses the scholarships actually cover on and off the athletic field or court. Now, to make note of, athletic scholarships are only permitted in Division I and Division II schools, and not all of them will offer athletic scholarships. Full scholarships go to the cream of the crop. Blue chip athletes only receive a truly free ride, while others may only receive a 1/4 or 1/3 scholarship upon entering their freshman season. After speaking with the University of North Carolina at Greensboro Financial Aid Office, they advised that their athletic department has separate funds to offer to athletes, but they remain specific to sports-related items and are not applicable to other expenses, so athletes normally seek the FAFSA route to make sure that they are accommodated. Private college Gifford College does not offer any further financial assistance outside of scholarships to athletes. Even though scholarships are not offered on a Division III level, they can be obtained. If an athlete is talented enough to be recruited, a very savvy coaching staff will simply offer the athlete an academic scholarship that will cover their needs for college in whole. Pretty sneaky, sis, but it is done. Now, when it comes to dollars and cents in the collegiate realm, what is the true definition of a minority? According to scholarships.org, a minority is African American, Hispanic, Native American, Asian, female, multiracial or multicultural, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered. Among this select grouping, blacks and Hispanics make up the largest unit in the group in the United States. This complicated model gets even more murky when you figure in the race of the athletes, affirmative action, and issues of race that label athletes as a dollar sign of a specific color. In a 2003 Chicago Tribune article, it was estimated that by the year 2025, 50% of the population will be minorities. Being a minority in the scholarship game can also be a detriment because not all scholarships are based upon race. Many are based upon socio and demographically driven characteristics that apply only to upper class upbringing, equestrian, or polo type sports. Blacks and Latinos are probably not going to fit into these aforementioned areas, so they fall short of being able to obtain that money. As the gamut goes, so does the originality of scholarships. Juanita College, a small liberal arts college in Pennsylvania, offers a scholarship for only left-handed students. Little People of America offers a scholarship to adult students who are 4 foot 10 inches or shorter. So you get the general gist of the idea. Now, minority students receive athletic scholarships in a much larger manner than their non-minority counterparts, with African American students leading the way in the minority share with 23% received. So that still leaves the onus on a student to cover other financial aspects of their college experience. Scholarships and grants play a very important part in the funding of college finances, even for athletes, as it encompasses some 15% of a student's total expense. When an athlete has to struggle to pay for their off-the-field expenses in order to remain enrolled for a school that they make money for, it begins to give birth to another agonizing question that may help the athlete that has to make the decision to withdraw and head back home or seek employment during those downtimes that they really don't have outside of practice, games, and oh yeah, class. Should college athletes be paid to play? The question remains to be seen. For our news, B&T, this is Zach Morgan.